Hey INGUZ, happy Monday. Today's workout is Thank You Next. We've got two 5-round couplets combining double unders and a weightlifting movement. We're going to start off with 5 rounds of 30 double unders and 15 single arm dumbbell thrusters. From there, we're going directly into 5 rounds of another 30 double unders and then 15 single arm dumbbell overhead squats. For the thrusters and the overhead squats, you can switch arms however you choose today to break up those 15 reps. And we're expecting this workout to take somewhere between 12 and 20 minutes. Modifications for today. If we're not doing double unders, we're going to scale with 45 singles or 45 toe taps to our dumbbell on the floor. If our weight is a little bit too heavy to do the thruster as a single arm movement, we're going to do a dumbbell thruster from the front rack using both arms. Now the single arm dumbbell overhead squat is definitely more of a challenging movement. So if we're not able to do that today, we can either scale the weight down if we have another option, or we can do a single arm dumbbell front squat, switching arms again however we see fit. If we're using a barbell, we're going to load it with a light weight. 75-55 would be prescribed in the gym, and we're going to do a standard barbell thruster and overhead squat. For our 2 weightlifting movements today, try to take calculated breaks, splitting those 15 reps up into 2 to 3 sets. So we could break them up into 2 sets doing 10 and 5, 9 and 6, or 8 and 7. Or if you're looking to split them up into 3, we can do 3 sets of 5 or 6, 5, 4 so that we have a decreasing rep scheme. If you do break them up into 3 sets, just make sure you start on the opposite arm that you finished on for that next set. For our warm-up today, we're going to alternate between 20 to 30 seconds of jump rope and then another active stretch. So we're going to start with this jump rope, just doing some singles here, warming up our calves and Achilles for the workout. From there, we're going to go into a Samson stretch plus air squat. So it's going to be lunge, push the hips forward, lunge on the other side, hips forward, and then 1 air squat. We'll do that for 20 to 30 seconds. From there, we're going to do another set of jump rope or single unders and then go into active Spider-Man for 20 to 30 seconds. Stepping that foot out, dropping the elbow down, reaching up, alternating the legs, getting a good stretch each time. After another set of single unders, we're going to go into slow air squats. So standing it up, feet just outside shoulder width, sending the hips back, keeping our chest up nice and tall, focusing on full range of motion through these squats. Another set of single unders, and then we're going to drop down again for push-up to downward dog. So starting in our high plank position, chest goes to the floor, then we're pressing back into that downward dog stretch. Again, try to get a good stretch of your calves and Achilles for our doubles today. Another set of singles, and then we're going to finish with 20 to 30 seconds of jumping air squats. So down into the squat, and then as we come to the top, a little hop. You don't have to jump through the roof, just making sure we get a little bit of air under those feet. Each round in both couplets today is going to start with a set of 30 double unders. It's a fairly small number, so this is a good opportunity to try and push yourself to go unbroken on these sets. If you're working on your double unders, you can consider capping yourself at 30 seconds before moving on to that weightlifting movement. If we're scaling, we're either going to do 45 singles or 45 toe taps to our dumbbell on the floor. Each time your foot touches the dumbbell, that counts as 1 rep, and you're doing 45 each round. For the single arm dumbbell thruster, we're going to start with that back head of the dumbbell resting on our shoulder with the elbow up. We're going through that squat to full depth and then jumping at the top to press the dumbbell up overhead. Because this is a single arm weighted movement, we want to focus on bracing from our midline to avoid rotating towards the side of the weight so that we're nice and stable as we go through that squat and press on either side. If our weight is too heavy to do this as a single arm movement, we're going to hold the dumbbell in a front rack position with both hands, do a squat, and then press the dumbbell straight overhead. This is going to be more similar to a standard barbell thruster, but it will help if our weight is a little bit heavier. For the single dumbbell overhead squat, our starting position is going to be the finish position of our thruster. So Kate has her elbow locked out with that dumbbell stacked right over the shoulder, and it stays in that position as she descends down to that full depth of the squat and standing back up. The big focus here is making sure to keep that arm locked out as we descend through this movement, making sure we're supporting that weight overhead and it's in line with our shoulder in a nice stable position overhead. This is a more challenging movement, so if this isn't going to happen today, we're going to change this to a single dumbbell front squat, holding the dumbbell in one arm, And again, you can switch sides however you want within this set of 15, but focus on keeping that elbow up nice and high. So we're supporting that weight in a good position, allowing us to keep our chest up just like we would for a barbell front squat.